Okay, thanks everyone today for joining us. This is part 4 of our 5-part series for the top 10 tips for optimizing for AEO GEO. And as we've gone through these, we've gone from stuff that you can pretty much do all yourself to we're getting into the stuff where you might need a little bit extra help, but there is still elements here that you can DIY if you wish to. So not all is lost. If you're looking at trying to do some of this on your own, you can still do a little bit of it. But you also may need to seek out a little expert help for a few of the things we discuss, be in this webinar and in the next one as well. As a quick reminder, in case you haven't joined us before, we're just going to briefly talk about what is AEO GEO. And so essentially, when we really narrow it down, think of Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, as getting found in things like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, all those big kind of AI models. And answer engine optimization is kind of being the top singular answer. So a lot of voice assistants and things of that nature. Now, again, you're asking yourself, well, why do I bother optimizing? And the big thing is AI is not slowing down. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we're seeing that by consumers. So, up to 65% of consumers are now using AI as part of their journey. And a lot of them are open to using it for more and more and more things. And we're seeing this now because companies like ChatGPT are actually now starting to encourage people to go there to do their shopping journeys. So this is now moving from just a simple, some people are doing it, to the actual AIs are actively trying to recruit people to use their services. So just as a refresher on the top 10 tips, and these aren't in any specific order, strengthen brand mentions across the web, creating AI-friendly long-form content, turning your product pages into knowledge pages, creating a strong about page with real-world signals, use structured data or schema everywhere, add location-specific landing pages, collect and display reviews, optimize your local business presence across the web, publish expert content from real people, and build high-quality backlinks and citations. Now, in our first 3 webinars, which don't fret if you haven't seen them, you can go visit our YouTube channel. They're all recorded and posted there. But we basically covered number 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 8. And now today we're going to jump into publishing expert content from real people and strengthening brand mentions across the web. So starting with expert content from real people. Well, you guys are business owners. You're some of those real people. And information is only as good as the source. So it can be you, but what you need to understand is when you're publishing expert content from real people, it works because AI, oh, sorry about that. AI favors any content that has demonstrable authorship, comes with credentials, and as business owners, you guys have the credentials of being experts with the products that you're carrying, and firsthand expertise. Again, something you all have in spades. So whose content could you publish? Why not yours? Like I said, you are certainly an expert on your products, but also the salespeople in your store could be a product. If you have someone who's really good at selling furniture or really good at selling mattresses, let them do some of the content for you. Service people can talk about things you can do to, just take care of your products, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to make sure they last a lifetime. And your delivery team could even do content about things like how to get ready for a delivery. Local designers and builders that you work with can be great sources of content as well. And if you have any kind of local influencers or celebrities, getting them on your side can also, be really favorable. So what should you include? Well, when you do have a content expert, use the full name. If they have a title that demonstrates that expertise, obviously using that, and any credentials, and put all those in the byline. So think of that as a little kind of mini profile about the author of the content within the content itself. Link any bylines that they have to a full bio page. So again, if this is staff, maybe you want to have some landing pages in your website talking about the staff within your store and what their expertise is, what their experience is, things like that. Bio pages should include any years of experience and links to other content that they've done. So if they're publishing on other blogs, if they have a TikTok channel, anything like that. Marketers are not the people you want for content. So you don't want to come to people like my team to say, hey, create this content for me. You want actual people doing what it is that you're trying to demonstrate, right? So practitioners are the people you want to turn to. Stick to firsthand knowledge and specifics. So again, the more specific you can be, the more AI actually likes it. Interviews and Q&A formats are really great because again, it kind of structures it as a here's a question, now here's the answer to that question. It can also have a benefit of helping you create any kind of buying guides or FAQs that you also want to use for your website. Have the experts that you use publish elsewhere if they aren't already. So like I kind of mentioned, if somebody has a TikTok channel or a blog that they write, connecting that in their bio, make sure that the content that you're sharing either on your page or on these other sources that you're reaching out to, make sure it's published in as many places as possible. It definitely will help to make sure that the content's looked at as real and verifiable. Have credibility markers in the content, not just the bio. Use data references and case studies if you have anything that's applicable. So again, if you're kind of talking about service rates and things like that, and you have studies about how often a washing machine breaks down or anything like that, that's great data to include. Be as specific as possible. So a lot of times people think being a really wordy piece of content, whether it be a blog or just a simple social media post, is helpful and having a whole bunch of words in it. But when you get down to the generic filter, it actually works more against you than for you. So try to stay to those specifics. Bio page info should also be consistent with other sources. So if you have a bio page on a website, also make sure that all that is repeated in things like LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. And then refresh those as often as possible. So anytime something changes, so say you got one of your service people got a new certification for a certain type of product, making sure to add that to the bio as time goes on. Now we can jump into the strengthening the brand mentions across the web. So having a strong brand presence across the web is absolutely essential, right? Having your brand recognized in as many places as possible or references in many places as possible not only helps with the AI searches that are getting done now, whether it be through an answer engine or a generative engine, but also just for basic SEO as well. So it also has cross benefits. Answer engines will weight how often and how consistently your brand is referenced on those independent sources, a lot more than stuff that's appearing just on your own website. So again, brand mentions can include some of the following. Customer, they mention you in a Reddit thread, right? If your store has a Wikipedia page that talks, think of it as an extra about us page, but now on Wikipedia rather than on your own website. Getting a feature story in a local newspaper. And reviews, yeah, they actually count here as well. Reviews are great social proof, but again, they also really help with these AIs to make recommendations. If it sees other people like your business, like your products, obviously it makes it very easy for them to recommend you in results as well. So where can you start with this? Reviews, and more reviews, absolutely everywhere. Google Business is obviously the biggest one, but Yelp, Better Business Bureau, and Nextdoor are actually great for retail stores as well. Up your local content game. So get into the best of content in blogs, local magazines, local news sites. Those best ofs, those consumer choices, anything like that can be great. If you're not already working with a Chamber of Commerce or Business Improvement Area Committee, try to get into those, try to work with them and get, again, your business listed with them. Doing sponsorships, donations, and any sort of community involvement into a local news story, if you can get it in there. Again, that is fantastic content for AI to refer to. Leverage the authorized dealer status on your supplier's sites. And a lot of suppliers will add you as an authorized dealer automatically, but I really encourage you to go on and check those websites yourself and make sure. If you're not listed there, make sure you get on there as soon as possible. Again, these are third-party sources that just confirm your business is real, it exists, and it's obviously authorized to carry specific products. Own the category comparison content in your area. So again, when we talk about doing things like those blogs or buying guides, so things like memory foam versus hybrid mattress sorts of things, content on your website, again, trying to get those into local newspapers, onto local Facebook groups where people are talking about, different topics, Reddit threads, all those different things. Try to own that content in your area. Be involved in your community, sorry. Sponsoring sports teams. Again, it's another thing that not only do you maybe get, a nice thing on the boards at the local ice rink, but, if you can get onto their website and things like that, these are, again, brand mentions about you on all these different websites that just lend legitimacy to the results. School fundraisers, home shows, putting a float in the parade. NAP, and we've talked about this before, name, address, phone. Make sure it's consistent across all sources. So again, having your business listed on all those different sources that you may have thought of or may not even have thought of. So GPS listings, Apple Business Connect, Google My Business, all those are super, super important. And again, making sure everything is character for character. So if your name shows up, your business name shows up one way on one site, it should show up on all of those different sites exactly the same way. User generated visual proof. So photos of real deliveries, room setups, especially if they're actually posted by actual real customers and not just you taking them and then just throwing them up on your Facebook page. Getting customers to send in testimonial videos or posting testimonial videos on things like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. User generated proof is an awesome way to get, again, your brand mentioned and strengthened across the web. Call out things like financing and warranty in your listings. Sometimes these go kind of unnoticed, and it can be a deciding factor for a customer. If they know you offer financing, if they know you have great warranty and warranty service, it makes them more likely to shop with you. So putting those directly in your listings so AI can reference them as well, again, super important. Now, just as a reminder, guys, and this will help you on the review side that we've obviously just touched on, Checkit is one of our partners. We recently partnered with them just a few months ago. We mentioned in the last webinar, but just a quick reminder in this one as well. They are a Canadian company headquartered in Winnipeg. They got a great CRM lead management system, so you can send emails, SMS campaigns, quotes, etc. Unified inbox, so you can do all your web chats and your texts from one place. Managing your reviews on things like Google, so you don't have to jump platform to platform, sending out review requests to customers with a few clicks. You can even take payments using text to pay, and they have a video chat feature, and you can get all that for $120 a month. So if you're interested, just reach out to me. I'll put you in contact with Checkit, and they can get you all set up. They also have an add-on for an AI assistant for the chat as well. So if you don't feel like handling them all yourself, you can definitely have them help do it for you. And of course, our final webinar, number 5, and this one will be a little bit more technical. This is definitely some things that you should be doing, but you'll definitely need help to do it, is scheduled for August 25th. We'll send out reminders as we get closer, as well as the invitation, and you can pre-register, etc. And we'll try to remember to send out a reminder like we did today on the morning of, just so you don't miss it. But as always, we will record all the sessions. If you can't happen to make one, they will be on the YouTube channel. All the first 3 are there now. This one will go up probably in the next couple days, and then obviously the 5th one right after we conclude that. So that's it for me for now. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer them for you.